It's interesting because if people have never experienced an open space meeting, they might not understand what we mean by how does this process enable all the voices to be heard and enable people to find their leadership? I just wondered if you might give a few sort of a sample of what that process might look like that enables people to speak and um, have that courage to step up and to have their voice heard.
That's a great question, and there are many parts in it. I think. I mean, initially, it's really important that there is a invitation to come to this meeting, so people who are interested come, and not just. We don't like to tell people to come to meetings. When you work with open space technology, it has to be a clear invitation. So if you're interested in the purpose of the meeting and the theme, because an open space technology meeting always has a theme, which tells what it's about and gives you an opportunity to think if you have anything to question, any questions or any ideas around the theme. And so that's a really important first thing, that you have an open invitation and a compelling theme about an important topic. Huh? And then I also think another building stone is when you come into the room in an open space technology meeting. It looks a little bit different from most other meetings. It's like a big circle of chairs, and I've been working in groups of 5, groups of 700 people. And when it's 700, we had a 40-meter diameter of the outer circle and 8 circles within each other. And still, when people came in, they thought, "Oh my, what is this?" And also a group of 20, it's also a bit different to come in and to see this circle. And people sit down in a circle, and that immediately breaks a lot of the usual patterns and hierarchies that we have in organizations when you sit around the table or other ways. People are sitting in this circle just looking at each other and thinking, well, what is going to happen here? Will there be any useful things coming out of this? And then on top of that, you have an introduction to this open space technology, this way of working. And in the introduction, of course, we tell the participant that this is not something that I found out yesterday. This has been going on for like 40 years now. So this is a method that is used in many countries around the world. And also it becomes clear to the participants that in the center of the circle, there are papers and markers. And when I'm done with my introduction, I will invite anyone who is in the circle, if they have a topic, an idea, anything they want to explore, to come into the center, to write the name and their question or idea that they would like to explore. And they read it out, put it up on the wall. We have like organized the wall according to how many sessions we have for conversations. And in that way, the participants themselves create the agenda of what is most important to them, instead of someone else kind of trying to figure that out. And initially, when people hear that you're going to be invited to create the agenda by yourself, then they don't really believe it. And so I'm usually very clear. I say, and I don't have a plan B. So if there is no topic coming up here, we're just going to sit in this circle and look at each other for this day. And it hasn't happened in these 25 years and hundreds of meetings. And that's quite a little bit, the people get a bit alert and inspired. And when they then see that the wall is full of topics and ideas and questions, then they get really inspired, and then it's space for great conversations after that.
So that is the real process of co-creation. You come because you care about the theme, and then you co-create the agenda, and then they self-manage the conversations, and then come together, and as you say, then they decide on actions that they want to take as a result of their conversations. That's great.
So there has to be a divergent part of such a meeting, and also a way to converge to really get some useful out of it as well. And
right.
you mentioned the self-management, and that's an explanation that one person like me, I can facilitate a group of 700 people, because I do so much prep works with arranging where all the group's going to meet and stuff like that, so they can just self-manage themselves. And that's quite amazing, this aspect of open space technology.
Yeah. Well, I think you spoke a little earlier about some of the impacts of the Democracy Project. I know you've been doing some innovative things with technology to be able to do the follow-up and tracking too. So, I mean, when there's still energy, when you're having repeat conferences, what do you think has helped keep and sustain the energy of the group of the democracy participants?
Yes, I mean, we have created a website where we collect all the information about what's going on, what has been accomplished, and also we also put all the documentations from the conferences up there so people can see what conversations have been, and also if they want to join any of the working groups that are currently working, it's also all the information is available there. And also, I mean, part of that is also that we do follow-ups so people can actually see what has been happening. Otherwise, just as I said, in organizations, many times people think that meetings which maybe felt good never lead to anything. And so that's a really important thing that we also do all the time with follow-up and ask people to share what they've been up to.
Right. Yeah. So in all of this, I've heard that the preparation of yourself, the preparation of the group, and the follow-up are all critical things to sustain the energy of the work that you're doing with people.